welcome to the Resources Roadhouse. I'm Wally Graham, and today I'm joined by Steve Lynn, CEO of Cannon Resources. So Steve, you've had a bit of a run at your Fisher East nickel project over in Western Australia this year. The latest addition being some more ounces added to the resource at the Sabre deposit there. It seems to be all fitting together nicely out there. Can you just sort of give us a run through of what's been happening?
Yeah, thank you, Wally. We had an update on Monday for the Sabre resource. So we put out an update to the market where we got, just reading it now, 2.9 million tonnes at 1.5% nickel for 42.3 kilotons of contained nickel. Now that was an upgrade from our previous maiden resource, which was 24.5 kilotons back in April this year. So what we did is we drilled across the top of our channel, our nickel channel out there, and we basically are starting to understand the full nickel endowment of that channel. So we've only drilled down to about 300 meters. So basically we're drilling the top of the channel, and it's around about 700 meters of strike extent. As I said, drilled down to about 300 meters. Now, the top 80 meters of that channel is not drilled. Sorry, it is drilled, but it's not in the resource. That's the oxide zone. We only put the sulfide material into the resource. So very good result. It was around about a 72% increase in resource on the previous one for Sabre. So very good, and we're very pleased with it.
But obviously, it shows of efforts that have been putting in out there to have a couple of resource updates only a couple of months apart, but they also complement the Musket deposit quite nicely.
Yeah, they do. So Musket's around about 6 kilometres to the north. It's sitting on the same contact as Sabre, and all our deposits out at Fisher East are all on the same contact. They're in about an 8 kilometre section of the contact, and they're all completely open at depth. Now, all these deposits poke out of the ground, they come to the surface. The top on all of them is oxidised, as all deposits in WA are, especially sulfide deposits. So that oxidation zone usually goes down to around about 80 metres or so. And in all our resources, we don't put that in. We have excluded that because it'll need to be treated in a different way. And we're really keen to show what sort of nickel resource, sulfide resource we've got. Now, Sabre is 45.5 kilotons of contained nickel, slightly better grade than Sabre. Sabre was 1.5% nickel, but Musket's 1.9% nickel. And we're very excited with Musket as well. Now, completely open at depth. We've drilled Musket to around about 600 metres. As I said before, we only drilled Sabre to 300 metres, so there's plenty of upside on both of those projects for further resource growth.
All right, sort of a bit of a needless question to ask. What's next? I can only assume it's a little bit more drilling at both deposits and at the others as well.
Well, we have high grade hits at Sabre, where we got massive sulfide along the northern edge. That's completely open at depth. It's obviously only drilled to 300 metres, and we want to expand and understand that zone. So we will be drilling there. We've got a number of holes where we need to do downhole EM as well. We usually save up our downhole EM to the end of the program and do it as a batch. So we're about to launch that program of downhole EM. So there's probably about 6 or 7 holes where we want to do that. I think we'll probably end up doing that in September. And hopefully that'll give us targets, probably high-grade targets for us to further explore.
All right. Well, it seems as though that the whole project's sort of travelling on nicely. Like Cannon, you only listed on the back of it last year. I think that's right. We had you at the Diggers and Dealers, our lunch at Diggers and Dealers last year, and this year as a follow-up. So that's quite a lot of progress you've been making in a relatively short time.
Yeah, we've just gone 12 months, Wally. We listed on the 12th of August 2021. So that was last week. We had our anniversary. So 12 months. In that time, 56 kilotons of new resource found at Fisher East. And as I showed in the release on Monday, at a discovery cost of $104 per nickel ton. So pretty good metrics. Probably leading the class, I'd say. in Western Australia, at least anyway.
And in these enlightened times, chasing nickel around the place and finding it, it's it's not a bad game to be in.
Well, we try our hardest, and the good thing is all our resources are open at depth and to a limited extent along strike. So, look, there's a lot of upside. We're very confident that Fisher East is a high quality, very scalable system, and we're keen to keep on the good work.
All right, well, keep on the good work and keep on delivering the news on that good work so that we can bring it to our readers and viewers here at the Roadhouse. Always great to catch up, Steve. It's always a pleasure. And hopefully we'll catch up again soon, because hopefully you'll have more news to tell us.
No worries. Well, thanks, Wally. Thanks for your interest.